and welcome to Wake Up with Vogue. I'm Laura Murdoch-Smith and I'm the beauty editor at British Vogue. Today I'm in my kitchen. I'm going to be talking to an incredible beauty legend, the founder of By Terry, who we're in partnership with today. She's a makeup artist. She's created some of the most iconic products that you probably have at home, Terry de Gunzburg. Welcome, Terry. How are you?
How are you, Lauren? Bonjour. I'm so happy to be with you today.
Thank you for joining me. I'm in my kitchen today because we are waking up with Vogue, and I can see you are in your home in, where are you?
I'm in Paris, and I'm very happy to have transformed my living room in my study, in my creative desk. So
that's where the magic happens, where all the By Terry magic.
Absolutely. I create everything from home and then bring, the office and the lab, but not far in Paris.
What's the first thing you do in the morning?
To be honest, first thing I give a smile to my husband, who gives me my morning tea very early. Even when we stayed at home, I wake up very early, around 6:45, and as an old school person, read my paper news. I like it, and it's my me time. For the first hour, I never check my email, my Instagram, my screen. I used to do it before the lockdown, but I felt it gave me anxiety to jump on my email, on these Instagram things, so I always start with this mental meditation, then 10-minute yoga, doing my beauty routine, cleansing, hydrating, even face yoga. Each time I'm using my products, each time I'm using something cosmetic, I'm thinking about what I can bring to my lines, to my skincare, to my makeup, what I can bring to By Terry products to simplify everyday women's beauty routine from morning to night.
And you just launched a 3-step skincare routine. And I know you've just touched upon it in the morning, that's what you like to do.
It's a minute per step, 3 minutes. It's really not a lot, and it will change your face. Believe me, it's true. So I always start with deep cleansing. You see, this is By Face, a new makeup remover, but I like to use it also as a cleanser even if I'm not wearing makeup. So this is the first step. You can use it on a pad, or I like to use my hands, because I really believe that every tiny part of the products has to be used. So I'm using that as, on the face, and then I use the micellar water as a toner. So I use it to remove the first cleanser, and then this is my new L'Eau de Beauté. It's an all-in-one, it's a toner, but also it's hydrate the skin, and I like to use it as a splash on the skin and leave it on the skin, get it dry, and it's really rehydrate, rejuvenate. It's like a potion that you add a shot of energy on your skin, and your skin feels complete, like alive, suddenly alive. It's like a bench of fresh roses full of rosé that you give to your skin.
So now we have your morning routine, your 3-step, 3-minute skincare routine. How do you spend the morning when it comes to the business?
It gives me time to be much more focused and not being as a creative person, jumping from one idea to another. I'm investigating much deeply. You will see next year will be definitely a hyaluronic acid year with a lot of innovations, very, very high-end innovations.
So it's giving you more time to have that dialogue with all your labs, across the world and really think about exactly what you want to bring out next.
There is two ways to make iconic products, but there is only one way to make it successful, is what the customer think. You know what makes the difference between that hyaluronic hydra powder and another setting powder? It's almost one ingredient, hyaluronic acid microsphere powders. Each time you're applying it on your skin, it's like you add a shot of skincare and hydration in the same gesture as mattifying.
And have you found, being at home a bit more, that you've not worn makeup, you've maybe focused on skincare?
I discovered that I'm doing much more skincare than makeup for sure.
We're looking at ourselves so much more now than we did before. So for me, it's definitely been a skincare thing, because I focus more on my skin, because I'm looking at myself every day on Zoom, meeting calls and what have you.
Yes. And it feels like non-relevant to wear this perfecting makeup when you have to go out with your mask and your lips and you're not wearing lips. And you focus on your eye, you focus on your skin, and I noticed that my skin, it's much better now than it was in January. And I think it's because I give much more attention to every step of my beauty routine from morning to night.
The other product that you are, well, there's so many actually, but something that I have always loved is your Balm de Rose lip balm. It's got such a distinctive smell, it's so beautiful.
The signature of by Terry is definitely the rose scent, and the rose is definitely in my DNA. My mother used to put some rose water in my bath, and that comes from her mother, who had her rose garden and doing her steam extraction for her own rose oil. My grandmother, she was a beauty addict, and she used rose like her daily routine, and it was her cosmetic. So rose was always in my life, in my DNA, if I have to say. And in all my products there is a rose scent, but with other things. But when I came to skincare, I definitely wanted to use all the rose power ingredients, and we investigate all the part of the rose, from the stem, the leaves, the petal, the pistil, the color. We're using even rose pigments, and it's really a signature.
So Terry, what is your one tip for the morning?
It's definitely to add a hint of Baume de Rose. It's like, getting the perfect kiss, and it's like a treat, and I feel like I can have a sugarless jam that I can eat. Lauren, if you have one tip to give us, to share with us, what it is? It's difficult, huh?
It's very difficult. So my perfect morning, my tip for the perfect morning is pretend you're asleep so that your children can't disturb you. And coffee. That's probably my tip, is to think about yourself more and don't feel guilty about it.
That is a point. When you think about yourself, you are much more generous with other people, believe me.
Terry, thank you so much for joining us for Wake Up with Vogue. We've loved having you to chat about your morning routine, and thank you.
Thank you, Lauren, and thank you, Vogue. Thank you, Wake Up Vogue. À bientôt. Au revoir.
Au revoir.